Hello everyone, welcome back to the IndieGeekGuy channel, and today we're looking at The Running Man. I'm just in the mood for some big 80s Schwarzenegger nuts. That's not how I meant that to sound. But generally I have been wanting to do a Schwarzenegger movie for a while, but the problem is, because I'm a man of culture, I have seen most of those movies multiple times. So I was going through his filmography, just looking through what there was, and then I came across The Running Man, and I was like, huh. I know this movie, I've always known it feels like it has existed, but I don't think I've actually ever watched it from beginning to end at least. I think I've seen like a little bit of the middle before, like I've seen a section from the middle, like it was like on TV one time or something, but I don't think I've actually ever watched it before. All I know is that it's some kind of like futuristic, a game show with death, and that's it. That's all I really know about it, and I assume that Schwarzenegger's character is rolled up in this, and he's probably going to be the best player of this death game there ever has been. And yeah, I was just in the mood for something that was just 80s, over-the-top, sci-fi silliness. But no, I am generally quite excited for this one, because it's a Schwarzenegger movie from the 80s that I've not actually seen before, and that's, you know, that's rare. Because I feel like I've probably seen all of the other ones. I'll probably have to double check that, but I feel like this is going to be a somewhat fresh experience for me. But before we jump into the movie, please remember to hit the thumbs up button if you do enjoy the reaction and the review that happens afterwards. Also consider subscribing so you don't miss any future videos, reactions, reviews, gameplay, all the fun stuff. You won't regret it. It helps me out a lot, and I'll appreciate it a great deal. There are also social links in the description, including the Discord server if you want to join the community over there, talk about movies and TV shows, all that fun stuff. Trying to build that up as well, so if you're so inclined, please do that as well. But yeah, that's it. Let's jump into The Running Man. Oh my god. Those are some running men right there. By 2017, the world economy has collapsed. Food, natural resources and oil are in short supply. A police state divided into paramilitary zones. Oh my god, I can't read. Rules with an iron hand. Television is controlled by the state, and a sadistic game show called The Running Man has become the most popular program in history. All art, music, and communicating are censored. No dissent into tolerated, and yet a small resistant movement has managed to survive underground. When high-tech barriers are not enough to suppress the people's yearning for freedom, more direct methods become necessary. Alright.
No weapons evident.
Proceed with Plan Alpha. Eliminate anything moving.
I said the crowd is unarmed.
Proceed with Plan Alpha. All rioters must be eliminated.
The hell with you.
This is a shit time to be alive, huh? It does feel like we're like
Lieutenant Sanders, do you copy?
a gnat's wing from this happening in real life, though. This seems suicidal. This is suicidal, Arnold.
You're gonna fry for this.
And I'll see you in hell.
Okay. Those guys were just looking for a reason to bag on him, weren't they? We're just waiting. This guy. Nothing but trouble. Just waiting for the word to beat him up. That's beard. This might be controversial, but you know what? He looks better with a beard, Schwarzenegger. I know he likes showing off that chiseled jawline, but he looks better with a beard. And that is my 2 cents for the day.
Lenny, this is the perimeter. Fresh meat just got here. Shut down the deadline.
Affirmative. Shutting down now. What are you looking at?
Oh, he got the code. He got the code. You fool, he got the code. Okay. Escape plan. Escape plan, I assume. All those guys. He just grabbed his dick.
Give you a lift.
He did! He grabbed his dick!
Go ahead, do it.
Do it! Do it! What the fuck is going on with this thing? Oh, so there's a hack off. There's a hack off happening. That's what's going on. There's another guy.
Take go! Come back! The deadline's still up!
He's dead. His head's gonna explode. Oh my god! So just... And that's what happens. Sucks to be you, I guess. Yeah, why wasn't anyone shooting that guy? The guy who was clearly stopping it from working. There's a guy hiding behind that wheelbarrow. Oh, he's vanished. The guy behind the wheelbarrow vanished.
8 to 11 on ICS Channel 1. Be there. Produced in collaboration with the Zone 4
This show has everything.
All rights reserved. The
Bikes,
Running Man,
dancing people,
America's
violence.
favorite game show.
Sad that I could see a future when that is what reality shows become.
24 hours a day.
Pretty tragic, huh?
Whoa! Oh, sorry.
Hey, that's all right. What's your name?
Van.
Dan, you're doing good work. Looks beautiful. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you.
He's gonna say, kill that man. He's gonna get in this lift.
That asshole is mopping the floor tomorrow. You'll be mopping it for the rest of the week. Let's go.
Obvious bad guy is obvious, but kind of fun either case.
ICS Channel 1.
Are you ready for pain?
Oh my god.
Are you ready for suffering? If the answer is yes, then you're ready for Captain Freedom's workout.
Yes, it's America's own Captain
Fucking
Freedom.
Jesse Ventura.
Seven-time national champion, the greatest starter
Captain
to ever
Freedom.
play the game.
Richards, a former police officer, was the helicopter pilot who went berserk 18
Okay,
months
I was gonna say,
without
we're gonna
warning
show
the
you
crowd.
this weird angle of his face
If you
and
see
nothing
him, do not
else.
approach him, Warden. He is considered armed
Oh, he
and
shaved. Come on now.
Make a sound, you
And
understand?
now,
Why did you
back to
shave?
Cop from the massacre. Sensational. Perfect contestant. I want him.
We never get military prisoners.
Who's a military prisoner? He's still at large.
They want ratings. I can get 10 points for his biceps alone. Hello. Yeah, this is Killian. Get me the Justice Department, Entertainment Division.
I mean, he is the obvious choice, to be fair.
Now, where should we go? Maybe someplace warm. I need to work on my tan anyway. And then you're gonna get dressed. And then you're gonna come with me.
But why should I?
Because I'm going to say, please.
Oh, he's a bit of a dick in this, huh? He's a bit of an asshole.
Now remember, I can break your neck like a chicken's.
Travel pass?
I'm gonna throw up all over you.
Go ahead. Won't show on this shirt.
Oh, I love it. I love how silly it is. Well, he's fucked now. How close do you need to be? Jesus.
I'd like you to volunteer to appear on tomorrow's broadcast of The Running Man.
Fuck you.
Weiss.
Laughlin. What are you gonna do with them?
If you don't do The Running Man tomorrow, Weiss and Laughlin are gonna go on. What do you say?
He may be an asshole, but he'll do the right thing and go on a game show where he'll beat the shit out of everyone. Oh, oh no. Oh, that made my hand tingle.
lucky. Like the ticket agent and security guard Richard shot at point-blank range when he arrived at the airport.
That's not true.
They were taken...
Oh, no shit. Oh, he was telling the truth the whole time. Maybe I am a part of a corrupted society that is keeping the poor poor and the elite.
Mutually consented to be de jure, and therefore parties have certain obligations to each.
Lucky he didn't kill you, too. Or rape you and kill you. Or kill you then rape you.
Why isn't she a ray of sunshine, huh?
I mean, a guy like that. What would stop him?
Why does she seem weirdly into that? She's like, that's a good thing.
sign here. Here. Use my back, victim.
It almost woke the wife up.
Yeah, the guard was like, yeah. The guard was like so low key. I respect it.
Our star runner tonight needs no introduction. He's Ben Richards, the brutal slayer of 60 men, women, and children in the Bakersfield Massacre.
I mean, I can sort of already see where this is gonna go. Like, obviously everyone hates him because they all think he committed this butchering, which he didn't. But his actions in the game are gonna win the crowd over, and they're not gonna expect it. But you know what? I'm fucking here for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ben's buddies, Harold Weiss and William
Oh,
Laughlin.
what the fuck? Couldn't have put it better myself. What an arsehole. He's a great villain. Already. He's a great villain.
Killian, I'll be back.
Oh my god, he did it. He said it. Jesus. Are they even going to survive the trip into the zone? Like, how did he not get whiplash from that?
Raw footage.
They just have this lying around? They have this card just lying around. Wouldn't you destroy the original footage?
I like my men big and cuddly.
Yeah? Who is it?
Sub-Zero!
Sub-Zero? Fucking Sub-Zero? The Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat?
The incredible Iceman who slices his enemies limb from limb into quivering bloody sushi, Professor Sub-Zero!
Professor Sub-Zero, even better.
Guess they want us to stay.
Here he comes! Sub-Zero's gonna get you! Oh my god. Oh my god! I love that the crowd is mostly all old people. I feel like they're saying something, but I'm not sure what it is. It's just funny detail. Oh! Oh! Oh, what a fucking sucky way to go. Not Sub-Zero. Everyone's so sad.
Here is Sub-Zero! Now, Plane Zero!
Oh my god. It's such like a shit joke, but it's such a big fuck you. It's perfect.
Great champion. We'll be back. Right after these.
What? Why? The man just died. Let's put up a picture of him like... I think he kind of, the host wanted this to happen. Like, he wanted this show to be a big spectacle, and that means killing off some of his stalkers in order to do so.
Last season's leading stalker. Buzzsaw's Hammond and Gates chainsaws are made of Trilon-coated Durasteel and can cut muscle, sinew, bone, or even solid steel.
He is terrifying. That's a scary man right there. So we've had Sub-Zero, and now we get Cyberpunk Raiden.
Will you please help me welcome our mystery contestant, Miss Amber Mendez.
I was wondering how she was going to play a bigger part in this.
We find that uplink, we can crack the code. We get it to make an underground or jam the network.
Jam the network?
That's right.
Jam it up your ass. Forget this crazy uplink business. You're gonna get us all killed.
Look, you're just going to have to help him, dude. You're going to have to help him. Oh shit, she got here so fast. She got here so fucking fast.
Over here, over here.
They get their own vehicles as well. I love how cartoonish this all is, but it's so dark at the same time. Jesus, he whipped around that corner. Oh. Oh, that looks like a great time. Oh my god. He's not dead, right? Like, he's gonna jump back up with a chainsaw. Yeah. Scary motherfucker, look at him. Use those biceps. Use those Schwarzenegger biceps. Now I know where they got that Force Awakens moment from. Although this didn't happen. Oh god. Wow. Amazing, amazing. He got hit in the balls with a chainsaw, so therefore his voice must go high-pitched.
1824.
61B.
You said numbers. You said numbers.
1717. 4.
What?
Come to me, my love.
Oh, he's dead. At least she might remember the numbers. I knew this guy was going. This guy is absolutely being checked out.
Richard!
Hey, Lighthead! Hey, Christmas tree!
He does look like a Christmas tree, to be fair. What's the plan here? What's the plan? Make him run into a wall or something? I think that worked out better than he was expecting it to.
I won't kill a helpless human being. Not even sadistic scum like you.
The warped minds of this audience.
What happened to Baza?
He had to split.
The one-liners are constant. The audience wants blood. The audience wants blood.
The underground has a broadcast center in Quadrant 4. Take her. Take her in the cold to make. Don't let us die for nothing.
It's the least you can do. He's been given purpose.
You got the whole network here in an uproar. How would you like a 3-year contract, guaranteed? Ben is a standard deal for a network stalker. And I know real talent when I see it, Ben.
I mean, he's gonna say, fuck you. He just watched his friend die.
I live to see you eat that contract. But I hope you leave enough room for my fist, because I'm going to ram it into your stomach and break your goddamn spine! Ah!
Well, that's an answer. That is the answer I expected, and he deserves. But they might use that footage to manipulate him even further. Who knows? Wow. The costumes. The costumes just keep giving, don't they? Jesse's like, that should be me out there. He has a fucking jetpack as well. He's like the Boba Fett of this movie.
I think the next kill will be made by Ben Richards.
I mean, she's been watching the show. She sees what's happening. I don't know what the moral message here of, well, the stalkers are all shit at their job. Richards is killing all of them. And yet the crowd is still like, death, death, death.
Get out of here!
Just taking them. Just take those barrels. He's going to set himself on fire. He's going to set himself... Oh, there it is. Oh, he didn't last long, did he? He did not last long at all. Or has he got a flameproof suit? Oh, he's got a flameproof suit. I fully thought he was dead there, but his spangly costume proved practical as well as glamorous. Oh my god, where did he come from? He was just hiding up there like an asshole, waiting.
How about the light?
Oh. His sparkly suit doesn't protect the explosions, apparently.
What a hothead.
Jesus. He's got one for everyone. One-liner for all.
I was killing guys like this 10 years ago with my bare hands. I'm not going for any of these tricks.
What the hell's the matter with you? Can't you see what's going on out there? This isn't a game. Get out of here. Get him out
I think he's kind of got a point about the weird costume they're making him wear. Like, it's all for show. He just needs his bare hands. Fair fight. And that was the most jankiest looking costume yet. Whatever they shoved him in.
We're loading Richard's image onto the database, and when he's mapped onto the stunt double, you'll never know the difference.
What the fuck is going on? They're gonna, like, fake kill him? They're gonna fake kill him. Alright. I feel like that's also gonna backfire for him because everything else has. Pretty fucking brutal. But this will help them. If everyone thinks they're dead, that means they'll be able to get away with more shit. Oh, even though it's fake, it's so weird seeing Arnold Schwarzenegger die. This is where the upheaval will start. He'll come back from the dead, seemingly, and they'll use it to revolution.
They need a leader. They need someone with experience.
I thought you were looking for the door.
I told Killian I'd be back. I wouldn't want to be a liar.
Smile.
It's the original video from the Bakersfield massacre, before they edited for broadcasting.
How does she still have that?
Where did you hide that?
It's none of your business.
Oh my god.
Good luck.
You too.
Look at these two. Hated each other, and now they're making goo-goo eyes at one another. Now, if that isn't 80s action movie, I don't know what is.
As you were, Richards. Proceed with Plan Alpha. All rioters must be eliminated.
The hell with you. I will not fire at helpless human beings.
We're experiencing technical difficulties.
Bullshit!
Yeah, old lady, you tell him.
Get the people out. Come on, get the people out.
Get all these bloodthirsty audience members out. I mean, they were lied to, fair enough. But they were still very bloodthirsty. Fucking Dynamo. Take him out right now. Oh my god. I did not need that. Yeah, you deserve this. You deserve this, you little shit. Oh, put him down the chute. Put him down the chute.
This is television. That's all it is. It's nothing to do with people. It's to do with the ratings. For 50 years, we've told them what to
That was a very,
what to drink.
I feel on the nose line there.
For Christ's sake, Bendo, they love wrestling. They love sports, violence. So what do? We give them what they want.
There's a very meta-ness going on here.
So I'm going to give the audience what I think they want.
It's exactly what I wanted. This is exactly what I wanted. Oh my god, so fast! It's so fucking fast! Amazing. I couldn't have been any better.
Well, that hit the spot.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Long may the one-liners continue. So they might have dismantled this television show. So what does it mean for, like, the government of this world? We're in love now. Because it's the 80s, and action movies have to have a love. And kissing, well, that was a spectacle. Oh boy. All right, The Running Man. That was a cartoon, like, wrapped up in, like, social messaging. It was really, like, I knew it was going to be big and 80s and action movie, but I didn't expect it to be as aware and in some ways meta upon itself. Obviously, we're doing a dystopian future where the world is run by this game show. It seems like the government has made a contract with this game show to feed prisoners into it, and people that they just want to, like, shove under the rug a little bit, like, we need this person gone, so put them on your game show. Where media is being manipulated and changed to fit the story that they want the public to see, and will do it in a big spectacle of violence and entertainment and reality show and drama and winning prizes. And, you know, you can feel that in our real world. I'm recording this, just so everyone is aware, right after, like, the Oscars has gone out. And the Oscars this year was so, like, not about people's achievement in filmmaking. Like, this year's Oscars was so much about spectacle, and like the whole Will Smith Chris Rock thing that happened was just like the headline of that. Like, obviously that wasn't planned, that wasn't part of it, but it is the thing that everyone is now talking about. No one's talking about who won for best makeup or who won for best editing, and plus a lot of those things didn't even get televised because they aren't seen as, you know, entertainment or whatever the case may be. So you can absolutely see what this film is getting at in terms of, like, where it's about the spectacle, it's about those ratings. How do we get those ratings? And, like, how do we manipulate the people watching into thinking this is what they want, and all of that stuff. So in many ways, this film, just because the Oscars thing just happened, has just became extremely relevant in that way, where it is about spectacle and not about the actual things that, like, stuff should be about, essentially. Just crazy how that has sort of coincided. But there's also this meta thing, especially at the end, where we're talking about, we're just giving the audience what they want, this big violent spectacle, whilst the movie itself is a big violent spectacle. It's like this circle that is just going round and round. Now, personally, I tend to prefer sci-fi movies that are dealing with a dystopia rather than an apocalypse, because with an apocalypse, there are interesting apocalypse movies out there in terms of, like, a rebuilding of society and trying to make sense of it and what it could be and the potential. There's good stuff there, but personally for me, I tend to more enjoy dystopias because it feels like they might be saying a little bit more about what sort of our world is, both in terms of when the movie was originally made, talking about stuff that was going on, be it like new movies today or back when they were made like this, or, in, again, like I'm saying with this movie, something can just remain relevant still, which can be kind of scary. But that's why I tend to like dystopian visions of the future, like the what ifs, like what's going wrong with our world today that we can talk about in a sci-fi story setting and make that a part of the themes that we're dealing with. And instantly that just becomes a more relatable viewing experience for me. I did really enjoy how this film was, you know, I wasn't expecting it to be as kind of self-aware as it was. Like, I was expecting it to be sort of big and 80s and action and, you know, to have this sci-fi twist and, you know, to do all that. But I wasn't expecting it to be aware enough to realise that it's kind of being the thing that it's criticising, but all the whilst knowing that, oh, we're a fiction, we can do this, and, you know, that's the point is that when you start transforming reality into that kind of spectacle and, you know, all of that stuff. I thought the villain, I think it was Damon, I guess his name, Damon, the game show presenter, was a really good villain, honestly. Like, he is like the antithesis of an 80s villain in particular, but just in general, like that whole idea of someone who is controlling events through manipulation, spectacle, giving people what they think they want, and all of that, and it made him really easy to hate. You know, and it's just, you know, when a villain can get you to feel like, oh, this guy's gonna get it, like that's good work in my opinion. If a villain can really strike a chord with you in that way. I also kind of liked how Arnold Schwarzenegger's character in this was kind of an asshole. Like, it's clear that his character is jaded, cynical, hates the world that he's living in, and obviously was betrayed by the world that he's living in, and that affects his character. He isn't just like a white knight, as it were. He is as warped as other people in this world because of the world that they're living in. So I kind of liked that they were ballsy enough to make him, like I say, an arsehole in this movie, because it felt like it made sense within this world, and then ultimately getting over that hill to try and do the right thing at the end. And, you know, he made some friends. I'm going to stand by these friends, even though it's not something that I feel like I should be doing. I'm going to do it anyway, and, you know, it spirals from there. And I just loved all the over-the-top characters. Like, all the stalkers were great. Like, the design of them were so ridiculous and over the top, and just enjoyable spectacle from a movie point of view. Although I will say, I was sort of expecting sort of the Jesse Ventura character to maybe have a bit more. Like, I was kind of expecting, like, when he's brought out retirement, I love the setup of him being this old, like, disposable thing that the guy is just, like, thrown to the side, like, yeah, you were good in your day, but people have moved on, you're old news. I kind of loved that sort of build up to, oh, he's going to come into this in a big way, like, he has to somehow. And then his explosion of, like, look, I don't need to do this, I don't need your gimmicks, I don't, like, we do this the old-fashioned way, the honourable way. And then he's like, we're just going to kill people and make it look like you did it and all that. You know, it's again, just plays into that manipulation of, like, the old ways and how they've been replaced by this new dystopian future and all, and it's just gotten worse and worse and worse. But I did expect, like, maybe Jesse Ventura's character to maybe go onto the resistance side, or to be kind of outraged, because I felt like his character would be like outraged by the faking of killing Arnold Schwarzenegger's character, and like it definitely felt like it was set up in that way. So I thought there was going to be a bit more with him, like he was going to have an actual confrontation or whatever, but it just turned out to be this kind of like side story character, which was interesting, like, detail to have in the movie, but I just thought it was going to go somewhere a bit further, and I felt like there was a lot of potential to put it somewhere further. Yeah, I just kind of enjoyed how this movie can be enjoyed on those two levels, like as a 80s blockbuster, over-the-top action Schwarzenegger movie that you'd expect, but even more so, like it goes like into the atmosphere of like over-the-topness, and at times you can enjoy it on that level, but there is also like, it feels like it's actually trying to say something and commentate on the state of entertainment and how it can be manipulated, and for political reasons as well, like how entertainment can be manipulated for political reasons, or people have a bias in their politics and they will use that in their art sometimes. Like there's all that going on as well, but it can still just be enjoyed as a big spectacle 80s movie as well, which I kind of enjoyed that it did that. And like I said, I enjoyed the self-awareness of that. I'm also going to say that this movie must have influenced other things, mainly Mortal Kombat, right? Because I'm fairly sure Mortal Kombat came out in the early 90s. This was obviously the 80s, so Sub-Zero, Electric Raiden Man, like there must have been some influence going on there. Obviously, I've also covered Big Trouble in Little China, which also has its influences within Mortal Kombat as well. So but I also feel like this must have played a part as well. If I had a criticism for it, I do feel like it sets up a lot of interesting things, but I don't think it capitalizes on everything that it could have done. I do feel like the romance between Schwarzenegger's character and I think her name was Amber, I think that was the character's name, it felt a little bit like, well, we've got to do it because we have to have a love interest kind of thing. Because once she was actually in the games, a lot of her dialogue was just why, what, how, where. So she didn't really have like an interesting character development at all. But I suppose you could also argue that that is part and parcel of the weird meta-ness that's going on in the movie in terms of spectacle, and we're just going to have this love interest for the sake of having it because that's what the people want. Ultimately, I do personally feel like there are some missed opportunities. Like that, I felt like the Jesse Ventura thing could have been like pushed a bit further. Like there's something interesting they could have done with that. I do think like the love interest thing, if that's what they were going for, it should have been pushed a bit further and maybe made a bit more obvious that that's what was going on, because it came off as a slightly cynical to me, but also like that might have been the point, but I'm not entirely sure. I also felt that some, like in terms of the public, like the public viewing audience of this game who've been manipulated into thinking that this is what they want, when it obviously becomes, the truth sort of starts coming out, I felt like there should have been a bit more of a divide there. Like there should have been a part of the audience, like on the side of like Arnold Schwarzenegger's character, like, oh, they've been lying to us, the truth is out, we need to rebel against this. But I feel like if they were going for what I feel the film was going for, they should have had maybe some of more of the elite side of this world, like the rich people watching the show, maybe being a bit more like, I don't know if I trust this. This is what I've known all my life, and it's got me to this position where I'm not living on the streets and stuff. You know what I mean? I feel like there should have been maybe a bit more of a divide to sort of show like the circle might repeat itself, or maybe that's just me being too cynical and the movie wanted to end on a more happy note. But I don't know. I just felt like if it was me making this movie, I probably would have shown some sort of divide in that respect, because I feel like that's just more real, and I feel like that's more so what the film was aiming for. So I don't know. I feel like that's something I would have done. I don't think it destroys my like how much I enjoyed this movie, but I do feel like it would have been a nice touch to sort of show what I think the movie's going for in a way of, oh, so it's not just this clear cut good bad, people are being manipulated, nobody knows the truth anymore, that people are going to be divided over this. And I think that just would have been more representative of the real world, which I think in this very over-the-top way is what this movie is going for. But no, other than that, I did really enjoy it. I enjoyed the cartooniness of it. I enjoyed the over-the-top action. I enjoyed the self-awareness. You know, I enjoyed all of it for what it was at the end of the day. It absolutely is a fun Arnold Schwarzenegger action sci-fi romp with over-the-top action and silliness, but there is a crux of like, hey, we're talking about some real shit. And as I said, after what happened at the Oscars the other day, it feels even more relevant today than it probably has done. Well, I mean, I say that has done for a while, but you look at the way reality TV has been going these last 10 years or so, I feel like this movie is just going to get more and more relevant until we start to realize that reality TV is like a shell of its former self, and it keeps getting worse and worse, at least in my personal opinion. But no, I would recommend this if you're into your 80s action movies, into Schwarzenegger movies, and you've not seen this one. It's worth checking out. It's not very long, and it is just enjoyable as a straight up 80s action movie if you're not looking for like metatext or subtext and all that stuff. That stuff is there, and it's there if you're into that and you want to think about that stuff. But if you just want an 80s action movie, just get hyped and all that fun stuff about, it's perfectly good for that as well. So yeah, I would fully recommend The Running Man. If you're into this kind of stuff, it's a good old time. Thank you for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please hit the thumbs up button. It helps me know you liked it. Helps it get seen by more people. Also consider subscribing so you don't miss any future videos. That's reactions, reviews, gameplay, all that fun stuff. You won't regret it, and it helps me out a great deal, and I'll appreciate it. But other than that, thank you for watching this one, and I will catch you on the next one.